another episode of Gavin Richard Presents on my channel, Gboot2786. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope you all are feeling blessed today. Right now it's Sunday. I'm doing this video this evening while we are in the midst of a tropical storm. And it looks like this is going to be a red hot summer. Not just from Mother Nature, but also just the climate that we're in right now with everything that's going on. So the gentleman that you see up here, his name is Robin Dud. Robin Dud, not Robin Hood, Robin Dud. He came and went out Saturday. If you remember back on May 30th, 2020, this article comes from the Salt Lake Tribune. Brandon McCormick is his real name, but I call him Robin Dud. And the reason why I did that was because McCormick tried to shoot a bow and arrow at protesters to protect the police from unruly demonstrators. That's at least what he claimed. Now, if you saw the video like I saw it, when he pointed that bow and arrow at those kids, they came and whipped his ass. And not only did they whip his ass, they overturned his car. There are pictures of it online. So it was, he's actually being faced with 3 felony charges of the lowest grade, each punishable by up to 5 years. He was also charged with one misdemeanor count of threatening or using a weapon in a fight, which carries up to a year in jail. McCormick was booked into Salt Lake County Jail Thursday night after the Salt Lake County District Attorney's Office, which filed the charges, also asked that a warrant be issued for his arrest. Bail has been set at $100,000. Now, his, of course, he was one of the most infamous, I would say famous, but it was most infamous stories that came out of these protests because someone took a video of him actually getting out of his car, threatening people, saying Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. And actually, that was his story, saying the reason why he got attacked was, yes, I'm American, all lives matter. And he did an interview that day when the protesting had started. Well, when in actuality, he tried to make it seem like he was the victim, but what happened was that he actually had a knife as well and was threatening, according to what I'm reading here, or from what I've heard, he was also accused of threatening people with that knife. Now, he got out of his car, exited his vehicle, parked in front of the library on a corner where there were many demonstrators. He responded to a stranger who asked him if he calls himself an American with, "Yes, I'm American, all lives matter." So he brandished a knife at the demonstrators as well, which is why he has the misdemeanor weapons charge. The knife and archery set appear to be the basis for the 2 charges against McCormick, accusing him of being a felon in possession of a dangerous weapon. So I'm wondering, did he have previous charges? Because obviously he did. Because if this is the low grade of felony, low grade of felony. If he has a previous arrest record, of course there's issues with, felons carrying firearms and so forth. Archery and knives is one thing as well, but nevertheless, he brandished a weapon, threatening people, and they laid his ass out. And he is, of course, McCormick is not the only person that has been accused of this. Now, if you all remember, or you've seen this video, let's see here. All right, that is Wolvergreen. That is Wolvergreen. This guy here was actually. He got out of his car, his vehicle, it wasn't a car, excuse me. Got out of his van, basically threatening some protesters, accusing them of throwing debris or so forth at the vehicle. He actually turned around and, even if I'm not mistaken, drove on the sidewalk to go after some of those protesters. I mean, these people are losing their minds. I mean, they've literally lost their minds with all of this stuff. And this is actually a good thing for us because we get to see who the racists are. We get to see who the crazies are. People show their true selves while they're on YouTube and other social media platforms. And now that this is out in the open, when you see Wolvergreen and Robin Dud there, It's a good thing because we now know who's who, and we know who our enemies are, and we know how these people truly feel, especially if you do business with them. I mean, I, I'm looking at this. This is Freddy Krueger stuff because he actually has. Uh, just look at that. Is that a glove? Like he made. Let's zoom in. Hold on a second. Look at that. Yeah, I thought at first he was just holding that. That is an actual glove he made. He took dedication for this. This motherfucker was prepared. He just a man who allegedly charged peaceful protesters in Queens, New York with the Wolverine knife claw has been arrested on a number of charges. The incident including attempted murder after surrendering to authorities. This guy's name is Frank Cavalluzzi, 54 years old. He surrendered to authorities after he was seen in video allegedly intimidating protesters wearing a glove with 4 long serrated edge blades, the Queens District Attorney Office said. The incident allegedly occurred on Tuesday at the overpass above the Cross Island Parkway in Queens, where a number of demonstrators were gathered to protest the death of George Floyd. Of course, you all know who George Floyd is by now. Mr. Cavalluzzi, 54, jumped out of a vehicle shouting, "I will kill you," and chasing protesters while wearing the knife glove. A press release from the Office of District Attorney Melinda Katz claimed that's the reason why he's being charged with attempted murder. In a burst of anger and rage, this defendant allegedly sought to kill protesters who were peacefully assembled and exercising their right to free speech. Ms. Katz said, adding that it was amazing no one was injured. Mr. Cavalluzzi then got back into his vehicle and nearly ran over the demonstrators by driving on the sidewalk, the release said. I saw the video of that too, guys. He eventually turned himself in on Thursday and was arraigned on a number of charges, including second-degree attempted murder, multiple degrees of attempted assault, reckless endangerment. He's facing up to 25 years in prison. Whew, that's bigger than Robin Dud. Bail was set, but bail has been set for the defendant at $100,000. It is yet unclear if Mr. Cavalluzzi has legal representation. Yeah, so that was from The Independent. Let me zoom back out, guys. Sorry if I can do that. Yeah, that was from The Independent. I'll post the articles here so you guys can take a look at this. But this stuff is getting out of hand, man. I mean, just people are crazy right now. As we said, these are different times. And people's bubbles are bursting because people are out there, young people like myself and others have been out there protesting against this system and complaining, rightfully so, about all the things that have gone on, about all the issues that black people are facing in this country. And there was another incident today. I was reading. A man actually threatened some other protesters with a chainsaw. I don't know who this guy is. I'm actually looking for the article. This was posted. I saw this a couple of days ago, and I believe it was Brother Tariq Nasheed. I'm looking on his link. This is where I saw this. Hold on 1 second, guys. I saw this here. Yeah. Now, I don't have the guy's picture up here, but I'll post the article anyway for you to read. It's on the Monitor. It's called The Monitor. That's the name of the news article. But it was on Twitter, and this guy's name is Daniel Pena. He's a Mexican male who was brandishing and shouting and brandishing a chainsaw at Black Lives Matter protesters downtown McAllen. I don't know where that is. Somebody who's in the chat description or someone in the comment section can identify that location for me. But he was booked on 4 counts of deadly conduct, and 1 count of assault. These are Class A misdemeanors. The Chainsaw Man has been arrested. We will not tolerate such conduct in our city of McAllen, said Mayor Jim Darling. He wrote, "We apologize to the protesters that were threatened by him. This is not what we do or who we are." Rodriguez declined to elaborate on how Pina was linked to the vehicle. The vehicle was able to lead us to this suspect. I would say within 45 minutes or so, we were knocking on doors. Apparently, Mr. Pina can be seen in the background of the video, and I'm guessing he works there. But, yeah, guys, this is getting out of hand. I'll leave the article up. But you guys, please donate to the channel, GavinRichardEsq. That's the Cash App, as well as the email, gavin.grich1@gmail.com. Leave a comment, and also email me if you guys ever want to talk about different topics. I'll go over with you all. And just stay tuned. We'll have more continuing. So you guys take it easy. Peace.